like Komisa had said here next to me, that this is not luxury. It's something that our people need. It's no longer luxury. And I think we learned that from COVID-19, that having data has become a necessity. It's a basic need. CEO, I see, and this happens a lot, I see when people come and present and make all these fancy presentations to us, they tell us about the social responsibility work that they're doing. Yes, you donate laptops to these schools, but you omit that they don't have solar panels and the routers, and that means they're rendering whatever it is that you're bringing to them useless because they can't use them. They can't connect. So you're bringing computers and laptops to these people or these students, these learners, but they can't use them. And also, maybe the CEO of Vodacom can clarify this. There are tokens that you are giving to schools, but after that token has expired, teachers and learners still have to buy airtime. And maybe you can clarify that, because then it excludes the poor learners that we are talking about. And the CEO of MTN had that 99 Rand smart cell phone that he was presenting it to us, but he omits the fact that there needs to be a 70 Rand airtime in that package, and people are actually getting blacklisted because this is a contract that they can't. When they miss a payment, they get blacklisted because that is a contract that they can't afford. So these are the details that we need when you come here and tell us about these things. You can't omit such information that data is still very unaffordable for an ordinary South African. So maybe they can tell us, what you can tell us is that when are you reducing data and make it affordable for South African people, and stop focusing on making profit. And maybe they can tell us, Chair, if they're making profits on this expired data. Why are you so obsessed with expiration of data that a person has paid for? You know, maybe you can clarify that to us and tell us if maybe you are making profit. Another one, Chair, is maybe they can tell us, why haven't you implemented the free data for grant recipients and students and unemployed youth? What is hindering you from doing that? Because you know that Komisa had said here next to me that this is not luxury. It's something that our people need. It's no longer luxury, and I think we learned that from COVID-19, that having data has become a necessity. It's a basic need. Maybe another one, Chair, Vodacom. We have it on good authority that you are selling customers' information to third parties, and this is something that is talked about. Do you make profit? How much are you getting from selling our information? Maybe you can tell us, why shouldn't we charge you for theft? Because that is not something that you should be doing. And I think, Chair, when you are saying maybe we should also come up with solutions, the chairperson of association did mention that the licenses are expiring soon. Maybe they can tell us, why should their licenses be renewed if they are not they are not agreeing to these data to making, free data provisions? Why should you your licenses be renewed if you're not committing to the free data and these things of the expiration of data? I think that's it from me, Chairperson. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Gcilishe. Honorable Gaga. Gcilishe.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chair, I think if we really have the same objective with the MNOs, we're not going to lie to each other. Or we're not going to deliberately mislead each other, as they were giving these presentations. The CEO of Vodacom says 5 gigabytes is 99 rand. So I took my phone and I tried to check what you're saying. And I realized, the first thing I realized in the exercise I was doing is the inconsistencies as far as the pricing is concerned. Like when you check on your phone, you're going to buy with your airtime. The prices are different if you're buying through a bank. And maybe you can explain that to us. But also, CEO, there is a 5 gigabytes of for 99 rand, but that is the data offers, and that is for the modems. When I had to check, right? Maybe you can clarify that, because then now you're giving us an impression that there is a 5 gigabytes that people can get for that amount. You've made a reduction, but these are according to the packages and the modems, which is not something that the poor people are enjoying. They're not enjoying modems and the data packages. And all of you are bragging about coverage, the reach you have achieved, but you're omitting that in the rural areas, especially with the MTN, people in the rural areas are still climbing mountains to get network, and they're still climbing on trees because they are relying on 2G. And that is something that I need us to talk about. And if the CEO of MTN is saying he's very connected to the people and feels what the people are going through, that is the reality of what people are going through. They're climbing on trees just to make a call. And rightfully so, Chairperson, they are correct to say they blame, the networks because they can't connect when there is a crisis. They have to climb trees and mountains and try to find network that they have paid for. That is expensive. They can't even afford it, but they get it and they still have to struggle. And I want us to take that, and maybe the CEOs can clarify it to us. And no matter how you've reduced the data, if there is a South African who's earning 1.5, data is still expensive for that person. And even if you've got a domestic worker and the security guards, let's say, are earning 3.5 a month, the data prices that you have are still very expensive for those people. They still spend more than 1% or 1% of their salary on data. CEO, I